I am live. I'm trying to adjust the lighting in here. It's all very weird. I had to get rid of my regular curtains because there was way too much uncontrollable sunlight coming in. And so now I have this weird artificial lighting in here. And it's going to have to do. I have yellow walls, which makes everything look yellow. So then I try to adjust it and make myself look more pink. And here I am. This is what you're going to be looking at. You're not going to be looking at me anyway. You're going to be looking at your sheet music and you're going to be looking at your ukulele. Everything we do is posted at jollyrogerukulele.com. You should go over there and check it out if you haven't done so already. I am going to go over there right now and I am going to post the link to today's class. And I'm going to go down here. Delete. Control Command B, Shift, highlight, link, enter, edit, settings, open a new window, update, and update. All right, so that should let us bring in all of the troops. And hopefully somebody will let me know if the sound is good. I'm having to do all sorts of crazy with my microphones today. And so I'm probably rattling the sound, rattling your houses, and I apologize. We'll get this eventually we'll get it where it works perfectly every day. There's always something, it seems like, that we're having to mess with. In this case, get my thing to loosen up here. Come on. Well, we'll go with that for now. Doesn't want to move. Who doesn't want to move? The other microphone wire. Yeah, see, I don't want you to have to stare at my microphone. Close your ears. All right, so hopefully that's going to work. There. How's that? How's the sound? Can you hear me? Well, the other thing is that this big curtain that I had to put up to block the sun, it makes the room way more sound boothy. And so I feel like it's possible I'm sounding, I might be sounding better. Who knows? Let's see. I fixed the lighting a little bit. Still a little funny. I'm going to fix this wire because it's making me super sad. I'm supposed to be pretending that all this makes sense, right? That's our goal. Let's see, make this go more. You could watch down the hallway. See down the right there, right here is the hallway down to my workshop, and there's the one that people come in and out. We can keep an eye and see if anybody's coming in to attack me. Yeah, I added another light. We'll see how it goes. It's not exactly what I want either, but I guess the lighting at the house is much better. But this is the ukulele shop. We want to play ukulele down here, right? All right. What are we working on? I got to turn this machine on. We're going to play Simple Gifts today. One of my all-time faves. How are you guys today? What's going on? I missed yesterday. I was supposed to have jury duty, and I went down there, and they said, we don't need you. And so I went home, and I worked on sheet music all day. And that's what we're doing. That's what I know. We only got 4 of us so far today. Are we in early? Oh, we're in a little early. Okay. People will show up in a couple minutes here. We've been getting a dozen or so for this class, and we should be getting thousands, right? If I was more famous and better looking, we would have more people coming in. but I'm neither of those things and don't really, not a lot I can do about either of those. Let's see here. Simple gifts. See, if we were playing modern songs, people would be like, ooh, I want to go learn how to do that song. But as you guys have figured out, it doesn't matter what the song is. It really matters, do you have the skills to tackle it? And that's really what we work on. Look at all these songs we've done over the last year. That's pretty impressive. Simple gifts. All right, let's see. Yuke is in from Argentina. Melissa's in from Boulder. Donna, I forgot. Doggone it, where are you from? That's it. That's what we want to do when you log in. You say, it's so and so from from these. That way, I get to remember where everybody's from. Like Vic from Eugene, and Vic has been dealing with fire and flames and smoke and all sorts of stuff up in Eugene, and it's starting to hopefully to calm down a little bit. I'm hoping. Rough summer for everybody. Brigitte in from Florida. Bridget has to stay inside in Florida. Florida's having a rough go of it too. Donna, Lakewood. You'd think I could remember. That's the problem. The Lakewood people. We have a lot of Lakewood people because I grew up in Lakewood. Started the ukulele orchestra in Lakewood, and at some point I'm like, I just assume everybody's from Lakewood, which isn't true because we used to, oddly, with our orchestra, because we're sort of the only game in town when it comes to playing in this particular style. Well, we're the only game anywhere, to be honest, except there's a group in Langley, British Columbia, that plays this style. People would drive from all over town to come join the orchestra. It took a lot of effort to be a part of it, and I don't know, just disappointing that we can't do that right now. But also sort of this really exciting thing that hopefully all of you guys are going to be able to do in your neighborhoods. Get where you can play a little bit, start a group, get people to come over and play instrumental ukulele instead of, playing somewhere over the rainbow. Nothing wrong with playing that way, but there are more ways to do it than that. All right. What time is it? 12:04. We'll wait 1 minute and then we'll get going. Are we tuned up? Sounds pretty close. I have these super cheap tuners that I bought forever ago. And I got about 7 or 8 of them hanging around here in the office. And they're not good. Get a Snark, the top of the line Snark, SN8, ST8. Can't remember what it's called. That's what you want. These ones with the green screens that come free with your ukulele, those are not what you want. These are a nightmare. They used to be the best thing, and then one day they came out with those HD Snarks, chromatic everything tuners, and you're like, well, this is a step up. I'm going to do that instead. All right, guys. So here we go. Let's get talking about where we're at and where we're headed, so that you're clear. We are getting close to the end of Introduction to Ukulele. And what that means is that starting October 5th, we're going to go back and we're going to redo this class. So if things are going smoothly, you're having a very solid time, you're ready to make that leap into the next level of playing. And that's really the 1 o'clock class that you're ready to play in. Having said that, that class is it's a pretty big jump, right? And so what I want to do is encourage you to be mindful that I've had lots and lots of students take Introduction to Ukulele once, then twice. 3 times isn't uncommon. More than 3 times is probably a little uncommon, but this is online, right? And so it's not necessarily the same experience, and I can't sit and double check that things are going well for you and fix those things that are not going well for you. So if there are things that you're struggling with, it is not a bad idea to take intro to ukulele again. So come back on when we start the class over with Frere Jacques and go through that. 6 weeks is about how long it takes to do this class. Your skill set may or may not be ready to make the leap once you get to the end of the 6 weeks, and you'll make that decision. It needs to be fun. Ukulele has to be fun. Now, my idea of fun and most people's idea of fun are a little different. I find using this as a tool to create great music where I don't have to sing, that to me is fun. It is more work. It requires a higher level and more sophisticated approach to the instrument, but it pays off. The nice part about playing through tablature and really working your way through the more complex chording and the down the fretboard type thing is that it's really going to be a lifelong activity for you. There's really I'm at 20 years on this thing almost, and I still have plenty more that I want to explore and study and do and write and all this stuff. And so 6 weeks, if you get to the end of the 6 weeks, you're like, well, that wasn't very much fun. You might be struggling a little bit. It's hard for me to gauge that here online. So don't hesitate to think about, well, I'm going to probably take intro again. And the nice part about taking it the second time is it's all review instead of all brand new information coming at you. Songs don't change in the intro class. I've made a couple of tweaks over the years. I find a song gets kind of either I don't like teaching it or the students don't really benefit from playing it. This lineup that I have now is really thought through. Most of the songs that I teach you guys using, I've been using since I started teaching, a long time ago. 10 years, 12 years ago. So I know that they work and I know that they get you to the next level. And so that's why most of these songs are here. The skill set that I've thought through on each of these songs is important to you as you go into the next level. There is a level between the level that they're playing at the 1 o'clock and intro level, which is the continuing intro section. So I'm going to do some thought about how to incorporate that into this 12 o'clock slot. So you may end up with an extra advanced piece or a more complicated piece each week, something like that. I haven't quite figured out how to do that yet. But this time slot will continue to stay dedicated to newer players who are learning the instrument. And then the 1 o'clock slot is for those players who really are putting the whole package together. And so hopefully you'll find your place in that big picture. Main thing that I want is for, if ukulele is being frustrating, come take this intro again. It's not that, it's just you need a little bit more time on the instrument. You need a little bit more time messing with music. Don't feel like once you've taken an intro class one time that you're supposed to be done and out and supposed to be a knowledgeable musician. It's not how it works at all. You're going to go at your pace, and whatever pace that is the right pace. And so for some people, that means taking the intro 2 or 3 times. For some people, that means by the time they're finished with intro, they have no use for me whatsoever anymore. They got it, they're off, and they go off and do their own thing. That doesn't happen very often, but it does happen from time. Like, geez, that person's a heck of a performer. Donna says, since the jury duty notice was still on the website, some people may think you were picked for jury. And they're in the class today. Is it still on there? Oh, I think I took it off. Yeah, so it's off now. Oh, okay. I think I have it off everywhere where it would send people in the wrong direction. Hopefully, yeah. And we're here. That's what matters. The lighting does look a little better, right? Yeah. Well, I'm gonna have to continue to monkey around with it a little. Now that I have these, the sun is too much and the lighting is not enough. So I'll probably bring in a couple more lights in here. I'm out for now. So this is as good as it's going to get today. All right. Simple gifts. Let's talk about, again, our general approach to music is we have multiple ways of playing the same song always. And it's something I'm passionate about, that I want you to come to ukulele in your way. And your way doesn't have to necessarily be my way. But I do think that my way is going to give you the most options, the most ways of approaching a song. And once you understand all of those ways, then you're going to put the song together in your way. Simple Gifts is an old fashioned tune, was considered a dance song by the Shakers, and there were a religious sect that has now their they didn't believe in procreation and they didn't believe in marketing their particular brand of Christianity, so it didn't stick around for very long. But what they did leave us was this song, which is which is well known for all around the world. It was a ringtone on some of your phones. Most people know it by the name Simple Gifts. Others know it by Lord of the Dance or King of the Dance, Lord of the Dance, I think some people know it as. And then a few of you that are classical music aficionados, you will know this is Aaron Copland's New World Symphony. The Appalachian Spring section includes this melody in it. So it's a song that sort of has this second wind as a tune that is well known around the world. It's probably my favorite song. I love it because the simplicity is here. There's only 2 chords. The thing flows well. There's lots of things to think about and study in the song. At the end of the day, the message is very Buddhist, and it's, hey, we're going to bend and we're going to let the world, when these things are going to happen, we're going to withstand the waves and challenges of time, but we're not going to break. And so that, I think, it's a message for our times, right? Let's talk about the 2 chords we need to do if we're singing, and which would be number 1, your F chord. This is from early on in intro class. There's that F chord. Okay. And then, of course, C chord, which to get to there, your ring finger goes on. These 2 guys come up. And then to get back, just lead with your index finger. Almost always when you're planting your chords, lead like that. Okay. Now, as you know, I'm not a singer, so I always try to decorate up my right hand as much as possible. This is a one-shot, best shot kind of song, so we're just going to play down through the bottom. What I would do is either, depending on who you are and where you're at, 1, 2, 3, 4, or more importantly, as you guys have been spending some time, you guys have gotten a ton of arpeggios the last couple of weeks. 1, 2, 3, 4 would be the other choice probably. You can take your index finger down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up. That feels a little busy for most of the songs, but you could try. 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down to where we ought to be, and when we find. So I would say all of those potential ways of playing it are good, and some more than others. I think what I'll do is I'll plug it here just to model good plucking behavior. And let's sing it. You guys know I can't sing, so we'll do the best we can. 1, I count in 3, and then we go. Remember, we got a pickup note here. Tizza is beat 4 of measure 0 is what's going on there. So it's 1, 2, 3, 'tis a gift. And think about when you first start a song, those pickup notes are actually pretty important. Back in the day when I didn't really know about pickup notes, I used to arrange songs that included the pickup measure in the first measure almost always. And then all of a sudden, 3 or 4 measures in, I'm way out of whack with the song and fighting it. All right, let's give it a try. 1, I'm going to count in 3, then we're going to go. 1, 2, 3. 'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down to where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in a place that is right, it will be in the valley of love and delight. When true simplicity is gained, to bow and to bend, we won't be ashamed. To turn, turn, and turn, it will be our delight, till by turning and turning we come round right. Okay, 4 beats per measure. the biggest thing that I think newer players have a tendency to do who are singers is we have this tendency to start getting our hands cooperating with the melody. And you don't want to do that because then it ends up saying, "'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down to where we ought to be." And so all of a sudden you've got your hand doing all sorts of crazy stuff, trying to keep up with the melody. And now your voice starts to quaver because you're doing too much in your right hand. On the other hand, if you just keep that beat steady, "'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down to where we ought to be," then all of a sudden it's real easy to sing over that just nice steady beat that you're getting in your right hand. Even if you do fancy, a lot of stuff over here, just you still keep this consistent. "'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift free, 'tis a gift to come down to where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in a place that's right, it will be in the valley of love and delight." So even though there's a lot more going on over here, it's still very steady. Nothing is changing over here because the melody changes. And so especially if you enjoy singing, really get comfortable with getting either a very simple 4-beat strum or a very fast 4-beat strum or a nice 4-beat pluck or whatever it happens. You even do a 4-beat arpeggio. 1, 2, 3, 4. "'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down to where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in a place that is right, it will be in the valley of love and delight." So that's a 4-beat arpeggio pattern. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. And I played it 8 plucks per measure, but I could have even done 4. You could even just use all 4. "'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down to where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves in a place that is right, it will be in the valley of love and delight." Okay, so all of those are possibilities. Each one of those makes your ukulele sound better. You still are in charge of having to sing the melody, but at least then your right hand has a lot of good choices to try. And by keeping the beat steady, it's easy to sing over the top of it. If I were to a cowboy, I might do boom chuck, boom chuck, boom. Let's do F string, boom chuck. "'Tis a gift to be simple, 'tis a gift to be free, 'tis a gift to come down to where we ought to be. And when we find ourselves..." So that's a boom chuck, boom chuck. I'm using my index finger to hit the low note, and then trying to get the other 3 fingers to cover the other 3 strings. So all of those things right hand wise are some stuff to explore when you are taking a song that you're going to sing, because you want your right hand to sound as sophisticated as possible. Nothing changes over here. You got F chords and C chords and that's it. There's nothing there is going to change. And the rhythm doesn't change. 4 beats per measure doesn't change. It's all about getting your right hand to create something fun and meaningful for you as the performer. Now, let's go on to melody. At this point, hopefully this is coming along pretty well for you, that you are able to keep up with the song more or less. When I look through a song like this, I see ones, I see threes, and I see zeros, and I don't see anything else. My kind of song, right? Everything's going to be either with your index finger or your ring finger. Don't let yourself be madly grabbing other fingers and trying to grab notes at the last second. Just know if it's a 0, play it open. If it's a 1, you're going to use your index. If it's a 3, you're going to use your ring. There aren't any other notes in this entire piece. Your job is just to get it onto the right string. Let's give it a try. I'll count in 4. We're going to go quite a bit slower. I'll count in 3, and then we go 1, 2, 3. 0, 0, 1, 1, 3, 0, 1, 0, 1 3 3 1 0 3 1 3 3 3 3 1 3 0 3 0 0 0 1 0 1 3 0 3 0 1 3 3 1 0 3 1 3 3 3 0 0 3 1 1 3 1 2 3 4 3 2 3 0 2 3 0 1 0 3 1 2 3 3 0 0 1 3 1 0 3 3 0 3 2 3 0 1 1 3 0 3 0 1 3 3 1 0 3 1 3 3 3 0 0 3 1 1 3 0. Okay. Did the music come out? Starting to feel comfy with that. At that speed, even when you're new, that was pushing it maybe just a little bit. Biggest thing I think that I teach and that I think is important as a musician is if you miss a note, you just let it be a bad note and move on. Don't go back and try to fix it. That's why you're showing up to these lessons here is, yeah, you can sit at home and eventually get this song to come out if you go back and fix it over and over and over. Or you can just play the darn thing through, let your mistakes be those mistakes, let them exist in time history, right? And you are just getting more and more comfortable with making mistakes. As you get more and more comfortable with making mistakes, you make less and less mistakes. And so the business of playing perfect is not a goal ever, I don't think. It is for you if you're going to be playing with the London Symphony, but for the rest of us, chickens out here in the forest, we're trying to get it better than yesterday. That's our goal. We're trying to get it to the highest level we can get to today. And then maybe tomorrow will be at a little bit higher level. And so if you're making mistakes, that's normal. It's not something I would be losing a lot of sleep over. What I would be focused in on is, hey, Gary's going at that speed. I'm going to try to play with him. If I miss a note, I'm just going to let it go on. I'm going to get on to the next note. Don't let a bad note in the past make a bad note in the future, right? Just forget it and move on. You'll make a billion mistakes. I think it's exactly 1 billion mistakes that I made as a musician, and you're going to make them too. All right, that's your melody. If you come to orchestra on Monday nights, that's what you play. See how fast, more complicated melodies, but the idea is, hey, one note at a time, man. That is a big deal in our it's a big deal on this instrument that people don't teach. It's a big deal. And I want you guys to have it so that as you go out into the real world and you're looking around at other musicians doing their gig, you'll see that they're very often the advanced players are busy just picking away, just doing all sorts of cool stuff. And in all of that picking, this melody is just magically popping out of what they're up to. And it sounds beautiful. All right, there's your melody. Let's go on to the final step in the process, which is to take those chords and combine them with this melody. We'll walk all the way through it on the tough uke line, and then you guys will, then we'll play it through a couple times, okay? So first thing is those 2 zeros, so you hit those. Now, put your F chord on, 2 0 1, strum down. Got another 2 0 1. Now you have a 3, you're not holding that down, so you gotta add your ring finger, hit the 3, and then take it right back off and play all 4 strings of an F chord. Then you've got that 1, you're already holding it down, pluck it. Then you got a 0, you're not doing that one, it's already open, so play that. You're going to have to take your finger, drop it down to the 1, index finger to get the 1. And then measure 2, you got to put it right back on. And then all the way from Yankee Doodle, remember this, F chord with your pinky on 3. You can use your ring finger if you want. I find that I tend to miss when I do that, and I end up with my ring finger landing on top of the bar. So years ago, I switched to the pinky, and I've never made a mistake since, not even one. 2013, it's going to come up a lot in ukulele tablature. So just find your best way of doing it. And it's probably going to be your pinky there. It's from that. You already holding that 3 down, so hit the 3 again. Now you're going to again have to move your index finger down to get the 1, and then right back up to get the F chord. So you got 2010. Get your ring finger to get that 3, and then a 1, and then 003. Just grab that right there. Hit the 3 twice more, and then strum again. Remember, rest stroke means you're actually physically resting your thumb on that lower string. Then go grab the 1, and then 003, open, 003, 2 opens, second string, third string, hit the 0. Now put your F right back on. You got 201. Lift your index finger up to get the 0. Put it right back down. Ring finger to get the 3. Open is already open. 3 is still down. Hit the open again. Index finger is going to jump down, grab that 1. And then measure 6. You got your F chord with your pinky again. Hit that 3. Index finger down, get the 1. And then 003. I'm sorry, what did I skip? Oh, I got that F chord there in the middle of 6, sorry. Hit the 3, 1. Now 003 at major 7. Hit the 2 3s. Beautiful chord here, 0000. 0 again. Hit the 3 on the second string. Got a couple of F chords, rest stroke on both of those. Hit your ring finger up on the 3. Pluck that, and then a nice F chord again. Let it ring. Put your pinky down here on the top string. 2, 3, 4. What you're really counting here, you got these half notes. They're long. In a song like that, they're actually just 2 beats, but because there's so many eighth notes, it's going to feel like strum 2, 3, 4, strum 2, 3, 4, strum 2, 3, dun 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 dun. So it's going to feel like you're counting eighth notes as 1. You can count it either way, but what I generally do when I get to love and delight 2, 3, 4, when 2, 3, 4, through 2, 3, sim. So I tend to count those eighth notes as 1s rather than halves. And the real reason for counting is just so you don't come in early. So it doesn't really matter. You can count them as frogs if you want frog, 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 play, just to make sure you don't come in early. That's the main reason for counting there. So measure 9 again. F chord with your 3. Strum. Strum, frog, 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 no pinky. Strum, frog, frog. And then hit a 3. 3, 0, 1, 0, 3. And then an F chord. It's 3 strings. Go grab your 3 with your ring finger. Then a full F chord at 11. Oh, drop your index finger, get the 1. And then F chord right back on with your pinky. Go grab that 1 again. 003 at measure 12. 3 0. 003. Hit the 0. Nice F chord here at measure, what are we on, 13? Major 13. Can't see my eyes. I don't have enough light in here. 201. 1 3. F chord 2010. Ring finger 3 0. Drop your index finger again. Back to the F chord with your pinky. 3 and 1. And then a nice F chord again. 3 1. 003. A couple more. Favorite chord in the world. Again. Add your 3. 003. Partial F. Another one. Ring finger on 3. And then a little partial F. And then I'm going to add, when I repost this music, bar on 5, pinky on 8. So 555 8 from, and that's from Yankee Doodle as well. 555 8, and then just strum that at the end. Just sounds pretty. Okay, so if you want to make a note, 555 8 at the end, I'm going to post when I post that, repost the music at some point. I'll add that on just as a nice way to end it. Like, okay, I am done. You can applaud for me now because I'm awesome. Okay, all right, let's give it a try. From the top, I'll go really, really slow. Take your time. When you miss something, don't let it eat at you. Just move right on forward into the next thing. 1, 2, 3. My little machine just turned off. Hold on. I thought I was done with you. I don't know. I was like, oh, that's enough things, simple gifts. Let's try it again from the top. Start with your F chord, as we always do. 1, 2, 3. 1 strum, 3 1 strum, 3 1 strum, 3 3 strum, 1 strum, oh strum, oh strum, oh 1 3 oh 3 oh 1 strum. 3 1 strum, 3 1 strum, 3 3 strum, oh 3 strum, strum 3 strum 2 3 4 strum 2 3 4 strum 2 3 3 oh 1 oh 3 strum 3 strum oh 1 strum 1 oh strum 3 oh strum oh strum 1 3 strum 3 oh 1 strum 3 1 strum 3 1 strum 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 3 strum 3 strum, and then a big 5550 at the end. 5558 makes it sound pretty. Okay, how are we doing? Give me some idea whether that's about the right speed, a little slow, a little fast, a little completely out of control. Give me a little bit of advice over here and tell me what you think. Let me know how you're thinking on about this. Gives me time to have a sip of coffee. All right, you're not giving me any feedback. All right, either the chat box is broken or you're playing or you're so busy playing you don't even know that I'm in the room at this moment. All right, let's try one more time then, and I'll pick a speed. Dun, 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 dun. All right, hopefully you're still there. Pick your way of playing. This will be our final run through on the song. Either grab the chords and sing with me, okay, or play the melody, or play just like we just did. Or maybe grab it your plucking hand if you really got this thing down, and let's just do some plucking. So all of those are possibilities, and let's figure out which one makes the most sense for you. Okay. I think I'll just play tough uke. I'll play it at a relatively slow speed. So if you're playing one of the other ways, remember when you're playing with somebody who's playing the full chord melody, they got to go at a little bit slower pace than you. And so your job is to play at my pace, not the pace in your head. Let's give it a try from the top. 1, 2, 3. That's it. If that's coming out of your ukulele in any meaningful way, you have arrived. Okay, that's a lot of work there. But every single thing else that we do going forward will be versions of this. As I was working on some of the Stephen Foster stuff, we're going to work on in the next hour over the weekend. The number of times that F chord with the pinky came up is a lot, right? 003 comes up all of the time. So all of these chords in here are going to come up in other music, and so getting the basic parameters down where it's coming out of your ukulele pretty well, that means that all this other stuff's going to go well for you as well. Again, sometimes stuff is too fast, and that just means you got to spend a little bit more time getting you comfortable and get over your fear of mistakes and all that good stuff. And so there you go. All right, that's all I know. Tomorrow we have Carnival of Venice, another song with F's and C's in it, and it's very cute and very fun. You're playing real legit classical music in that. It's a Paganini piece, and the difference with that one is there's going to be decorative notes that are happening during these longer, long notes that the singer might sing, whereas you as a tough euchre are going to be adding in extra notes in there as decoration. And then instead of F and C, that one's an F and C7, so it gives you a chance to work on that as well. All right, that's it. Apparently the chat box has crashed. Maybe it's not working for you. Maybe you're just busy. Maybe you're not even there anymore. I don't know. But I'm going to shut it down. I think possibly the chat box crashed. And that happens, right? We're used to that around these days. So it doesn't matter. Hopefully the recording will be on the website, and if you need to double check what's going on, it'll still be there. And I'm going to send you on your way. Have a lovely day. I'll see all of you either in the next class, which we're doing. What are we doing in the next class? I forgot which ones we're working on. We're working on. Today is going to be Hard Times Come No More. You got to go listen to that on YouTube. And then Camptown Races. Both of those are silly little tunes. Now, Hard Times Come No More is a legit, really good song. And Camptown Races is a goofy song. And so we'll be doing that in the next hour. Got baritone ukulele as well today, if that's your thing. And then I will see some of you later, and I will see all of you back here again tomorrow. And I hope you have a wonderful afternoon, or morning, or day, or whatever time frame it is that you're living through right now. And be good. No, do good. Be safe. Practice. Keep showing up. Like and subscribe. Have a wonderful day. I'll see you guys later.